Heyo, Boss Broyles here. Let's explore making a galaxy in Photoshop. So this might be some of your first projects in Photoshop, actually making some digital art. So quick little rundown. You've got your main toolbar over here on the left. Notice when I click on the different tools, it changes my tool options up here on the top. Lots of different tools to choose from. Over here on the right side, I have different menus here, properties, adjustments. My layers panel down here is super important, and we will use this a lot. Notice that these menus kind of have three stacking layers to them. Think of like stories of a building. If I click on my color, then that's going to pop open. Properties is smaller, but if I need this to be bigger and I don't need this anymore, I can double click, click, click. Color will go away. If I have a ton of layers down here and I want to see all of them, I can click on properties, click, click, and it will shrink up those menus so that I have more access to these. So we will be popping through these menus as we go through our projects. So you also have your top main menu up here, file, edit, image, layer. You can't see mine, but when I click on it, you can see them pop down. So I'll make sure to tell you what menu I click on. If I do click on a menu, yay, let's get started. All right, so first things first, we need to open a blank canvas. So we need something to draw on. If I don't have anything open, so I'm going to close this, go ahead and save it. If I don't have anything open, I open into my main screen. Here's my files that are in my cloud, waiting to be edited or worked on. But if I want a new file, I want to start something new, I'm going to click New File, click. And I now have to choose how big of a file do I want it to be. So you have this menu up here. This menu is hidden in the sense that it's kind of small. But I want to think about what is my output. Sometimes we'll do things for the web, like a tiny little web logo or something like that. We know is going to be super tiny. But like we talked about in the past, we don't like to make things super tiny to begin with, unless we know for sure that's all we're going to use it for. Most of the time, we will go to print and we will choose an 8.5 by 11 letter size document. This is going to be 300 pixels per inch, which is plenty of pixels for good quality printing. So I'm going to click letter size, then I'm going to track over here into my details. This is 8.5 by 11 inches. I want to make sure my orientation, this is portrait. This would be landscape. For my project today, I'm going to make a galaxy and I want it to look landscape, so wider than taller. So I'm going to click there. The resolution is 300. I don't need to change anything else because I'm going to change it later. And ta-da, now I have a blank canvas. So now I can do many, many different things. Note, if I was to just grab the paintbrush over here and just start drawing, I am drawing directly on my background, which means if I go and grab my move tool and try to move that, it's not going to move. You have to pretend that this background is covered with glue and anything you do on it is just going to stick to it. So we want to try to not do anything onto the background. This brings up your first best friend in Adobe Photoshop, and that is edit, undo, okay? Or for the shortcut, as you can see on all of these, you've got, this is what it does, the name of it, and then the shortcut on the keyboard is right here. Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on a PC is your best friend. So Control on the PC, bottom left-hand corner is the one I use. I hold that down with my pinky and I tap Z with one of my other fingers. Try not to hit them both at the same time, because if you just try hitting, if you accidentally hit Z, it's going to take you to the zoom tool over here. which means if you come back over here and start clicking on things, you're just going to zoom in and you are not going to like that. To zoom out, hit Alt, click again, or the shortcut for zooming in and zooming out is Command Control plus or Command Control minus. When I say Command Control, I mean Command on a PC, Control on a Command on a Mac, Control on a PC. I mess it up all the time because I work both platforms. So if I say Command and I mean Control, that's what I mean. All right. So I have this document. Let's make it into space. So first things first, I'm going to come over here and you will find that tools hide underneath other tools. So probably when you opened up Photoshop, you can't find the paint bucket. It's because the paint bucket hides underneath the gradient tool. These tools are very similar, but you can't show all of them at the same time. So you click and hold on it, you'll get to the paint bucket tool. The paint bucket tool is going to paint whatever color is in the foreground down here in my color picker. If I ever wanted to change this color, click on the first square, and then I pick a color in the rainbow, pick a tint, which is adding white, click a shade, which is adding black, click the pure hue up here, and click OK. If I ever wanted to get back to pure 100% black, code 000000, or pure 100% white, code FFFFFF, I would click on this default right here, and it'll take me to black and white is the foreground. Okay, there's a little switcheroo button right here. This little arrow allows you to switch these two colors. This is foreground, this is background. Okay, basically, I want the paint bucket. I want black in the foreground. And then I'm just going to come over here and let's just look, I made space. Yay, I made space. Here's the deal. Now I want to make a planet. I'm going to come over here to my selection tool. We use the lasso selection tool, but we are new to using this rectangle marquee tool, or the elliptical marquee tool. Okay, we're aiming for the elliptical marquee tool because we're going to start making a planet. Now, I'm doing something wrong right now, and I want you to think about, what am I doing wrong? Well, first of all, I'm trying to make a circle. Well, I don't want to have to try to guess to make sure these numbers are perfect. I can hold Shift down on my keyboard as I draw this circle, and it's going to constrain my proportions and give me a perfect circle. So if I have this circle here, and I know a lot of you out there are like, wait a minute, don't do it, don't do it. I'm going to grab the paint bucket and I'm going to paint the circle. Well, what happened? Why didn't it paint? It's because I'm on the background. I don't want to paint on the background. Let's see if it'll do it again. Paint bucket. Oh, that's what I wanted to happen the first time. Okay, so I painted it. Now I want to go and move this planet. Oh no! Oh no! It's a white hole. No, I don't know what it is. Okay, so I don't want that. So here's what you need to do other than painting on your background. You need to come down here to the little tiny plus sign. Okay, it's next to the little file folder. Little tiny plus sign. It's going to give you a new layer. It looks checkerboard, but checkerboard in Photoshop is transparent. So now that I have this, I picked a color. I'm going to use the paint bucket. I'm going to fill that with paint bucket. Fill that with a color. Notice now I have a red dot on layer 1. If I wanted to, I could move this around anywhere that I wanted to. We will be moving them around, but for now, I'm just going to keep it right here so that I can see it. So if you notice, if I grab the paint bucket and I decide, wait, I want the outside red too, if I click out here, nothing happens, because the beauty of a selection is that the only thing that you can change is inside the selection right now. I can then go to my paintbrush. So we learned the gradient tool. Now you're going to learn the brush tool. With the brush tool, you have options up here. Your first option is size. So I can make it bigger, even bigger. I can make it smaller. So I can do that on this menu here. The other option is when I'm out here, I can use the bracket keys that are next to the return key. Bracket up, bracket up. That won't you work? Up, 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 down, down, down. Well, it doesn't want to work, but it does work. All right. So I have this fuzzy edge paintbrush. It's fuzzy because the hardness of my paintbrush is all the way down. See how it's all soft around the edges? That's a soft brush. A hard brush, look how hard that is around the edge. Okay, this is like a Crayola marker, and this is like an airbrush. Okay, you also have a whole bunch of brushes down here that when you click on the little caret, which is a little triangle like this, you can see what's down in the menu. You can click on any of these, and then I can paint. Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's only painting inside the circle. That's right, folks. You can only paint inside the circle. I'm going to change my color up a bit. I think this is like a charcoal brush. It's a smudgy brush. Oh, how did I get on smudge? Let's try this again. Whoosh. There we go. Looks like neon glow. I think the 80s took over this planet. It's pretty awesome. So I want to get some color in here. I might want to put another color here. I'm going to pick some bright yellow. And then maybe I will make my brush bigger or smaller. There we go. Bracket up, bracket down. I'm going to try a different brush this time. Let's see. Let's try in the general brushes. Let's go to, I want something speckled. Special effects brushes. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, that looks speckledy. Ooh, that looks nice. All right. The more I go over an area, the more denser it becomes. Okay, I just want to get a couple colors on there. Ooh, it's begging for some purple now. Okay, and then I'll move on. Well, that's pink, but I'll just add some pink in there. All right. So I have added a couple colors and textures to my circle. All right. Now I want you guys to get familiar with the filter menu. With the filter menu, I have a lot of different options here. I can go straight to the filter gallery, which is kind of fun. And the filter gallery is going to give me a whole bunch of options over here. I can click the little carrots and see what they are. I can click on glass. Don't just stay with what it says, or it just automatically goes to. Play with the sliders over here and see if you get an effect that you like more than before. So I might like this. I'm going to click OK. It's going to filter the information. I might zoom up in on this. Oh, look how cool that looks. All right. So I want you to add filter on top of filter on top of filter. The point of this is to learn what these filters do. So I might go to distort. There's some cool stuff in here. I'm going to go to ripple. Change how much it actually ripples. Click OK. Here's a fun one, liquefy. Liquefy is a little different. It's going to open in a new window. And I have my mouse here. Again, I can make it bigger and smaller. But this is going to be like smudging the paint around if you were finger painting on this planet. So you can get some nice solar winds going on in here. You can mix this stuff up. You've got options over here as well. You've got a reconstruct, smooth tool, ooh, twirl and clockwise twirl. Ooh, that one's new. Let's make the brush bigger. Ooh, ooh, this one's going to be fun. That's a new feature that it was not in the last one. There's a bulge and a pucker, which is kind of fun. This is like using it and giving it some little storms and polka dots. This is bulge. Pucker's like sucking it through a straw. It reminds me of like a marbled balloon almost. Anyway, so yeah, play and liquefy. You can change your settings over here. You click OK, and boom. Notice if you pull the planet in with liquefy, then you will get kind of a hole in the side of your planet. You can always go and add some texture back to it. All right, so that is how to draw a circle. That is how to fill it with a gradient bucket. That is how to use the brush. That is how to change the color. And that is how to explore filters. Next video, we're going to talk about how to add value to turn this circle, which is a shape, into a 3D form, which is a three-dimensional form, which is a sphere. That's what it is. All right, see you soon.